Hey everybody, I'm John and this is Blind Whiskey Reviews. Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today here on Blind Whiskey Reviews, the most honest reviews on YouTube. If you haven't already, don't forget, hit that subscribe button down below so you know every time I put out a new video. Today we'll be reviewing the Woodford Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, so I'm excited to do this one for you. I've had this bottle since I started this review stuff, so I'm glad to finally get to it. And I've got a lot more cool videos coming your way outside of just doing whiskey reviews. I'm putting together a few things that I think you guys will enjoy, so definitely keep checking out my channel and hit that subscribe button so you'll know when I put them out. But without wasting any more of your time, let's jump back in time to the review. All right, everybody, let's get into the whiskey. First, as always, the color. Yeah, this one's got your standard kind of bourbonish color, dark, on the darker end of that, bordering on that mahogany, but definitely like a dark amber. On the nose, first thing that gets you is dark fruits. I wouldn't say cherry, more of like a plum. Maybe like raisin. There's a touch of cinnamon on this one. Vanilla, it's definitely sweet. I'm trying to pick up where I'm getting that sweetness from. Feels more like a fruity sweetness. Yeah, definitely vanilla, cinnamon, a little bit of caramel maybe. It's got a good nose. Let's get on to the taste. Cheers. Sweet as it first hits your palate, as it goes over, turns a bit bitter on you. Not in a bad way. Just picks up a little bit of bitterness in the back end, doesn't stay sweet, doesn't linger as sweet. Get more of those like kind of oaky tannins, not a ton of oak flavor necessarily, but kind of like that bitterness from the wood. There's almost even a touch of that barrel char in there. Just the slightest hint. Mouthfeel is a bit lighter. Doesn't coat the mouth really. I'd say it's kind of like on the high end of light or the low end of medium on the mouthfeel. Not very coating. The flavor does linger a bit. It's not super bold while it's lingering on your tongue, but it hangs around. I'm getting a little bit on the palate. I'd say it's a touch different than the nose. I'm getting a touch of like light fruits to go along with some of those other fruity characters, like that plum character I was talking about. I'm not picking up a ton of like that cinnamon character I was getting, or maybe even the vanilla. On the nose, I'm definitely picking up a little bit of cherry now to go along with that plum. Definitely getting brown sugar on it now on the nose. I need a drink of water real quick. Do a little palate reset here. I'll say, there's a little bit of woody character on the back. Not a lot, just a little bit. Like I said, I feel like that's what's bringing some of the bitterness. Proof-wise, not super high. I mean, maybe, I'm feeling like we're in that mid-80s range somewhere. I feel like on the palate it's a bit muddled. There's no flavors really coming forward. Nothing's very bold. It's all just kind of mixed in together. There's a lot more flavor on the nose than there is on the palate. I'm getting some, even now I'm still getting some lingering character, so it does last quite a while and the flavor sits on your tongue for a bit. I feel like there's a little bit of age on it because I'm definitely getting some woody notes in there. It's very smooth in terms of like it doesn't have those bitey edges to it, so maybe we got a little bit of age on here. The flavors, I wish they were a few more that stood out more, that came forward. Give it one more taste and we'll add a touch of water. That one was a touch more fruity coming forward. I mean, it's definitely got flavors in there, and they're definitely kind of showing themselves at moments. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Like I said, I just wish something would stand out a little bit more. I almost got like an eggnog character on the nose there for a second, but it was only for a split second. I couldn't get it back. Anyways, let's add a touch of water to see if we can coax something else out of here. We're going to go with just a teeny bit. Just a tiny bit. One more drop. Didn't change the nose too much. No, I made it super, super light. Muddled it even more. Don't add water. Yeah, I'm going to say this is low proof. I'm going to say mid-80s, like 85 proof. I can't really tell you on the age. I mean, there's things about it that make me feel like it's got a little bit of age on it, but I can't really tell what. As for a rating, it's good whiskey. I love the nose. I think the nose smells great. And like I said, I just wish something would stand out a little bit more on the palate. So for me today, right now, this is going to get, I'm going to say it gets a 78. It's good whiskey. I have no problem drinking it. At this point, I don't feel like I would be seeking it out, but let's see what it is. This is Woodford Reserve Distiller Select Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. So grab that bottle and talk about it a little bit more. All right, everybody, we just finished the review of the Woodford Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, bottled at 45.2% ABV, 90.4 proof. This is the monstrous 1.75 liter bottle of whiskey. And I kind of came across, I mean, the review came out how I typically feel about Woodford. I think Woodford is a perfectly good pour of whiskey. It's just not a mind blower. There's nothing amazing about it. I love the nose on it, and I always have. And I didn't pick up that this is Woodford, obviously, during the review. I would have probably said something, but I love the nose on Woodford. I think it smells fantastic, but when you drink it, it just never tastes as good as it smells. And so, but aside from that, it's a great pour in terms of it's smooth, it's got some good flavors there, it's inexpensive. So with those notes, nothing wrong with Woodford. It's just not a mind blower. So this, in terms of value, this was a gift, but I think the 1.75 liter bottle goes for somewhere about $50. So you can, I mean, I think the regular $7.50 goes for somewhere in like the mid-20s or so, 25, 26, 27, somewhere in that range. So as a value, it's a good value. It's good whiskey. It works well, it's smooth, and it might be a good beginner whiskey, although I don't think it's super complex on the palate, so I don't know if I would definitely necessarily recommend it. But it definitely doesn't have the harsh bitey edges that some whiskeys might. That would be a turnoff for new drinkers. But it's good, it's drinkable, it's definitely worth the money. It's hard not to be at the price range that it's in, but it's definitely worth the money, and it's a good whiskey. So anyways, let me know what you think of Woodford. I will say that I do like some of their other expressions better than I do just their standard straight bourbon whiskey. I think their double oaked is a lot better, and hopefully I'll get that one up in a review soon, because I really do think that one's has a lot more character than this one does. So hopefully we can review that one soon. But again, let me know what you think of Woodford in the comments down below. What's your favorite Woodford expression? Let me know. If you haven't already, start following me on Instagram at blind_reviews. You can send me an email at blindwhiskeyreviews, that's whiskey with an E, @gmail.com. And until next time, cheers.